You know,
so if you're insisting on it and you want to have full conversation on it, I think you need to focus on all of the duties, not necessarily just right to know. Because you're right, we're going to have years where there's tons and tons, and then we're going to have years where we get like 5. So then how do you know, validate what you've given me on those years? Does that make sense?
Yes,
it does.
yes.
It does.
So there's probably a way to come up with a figure that is appropriate, and then leave some language where it can be reevaluated each year. So if we come into that unprecedented territory again, we'll be able to address it. Is a possible thought. I mean, I'm just putting it out there to just see what you guys think.
So if that's worked its way up from whatever it was in the beginning, why don't you take the 500 and do it just as if that's the increase, just to 3,000.
That sounds, I mean, what do you think, Brian?
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think I might shoot for $1,000 though. You know, I mean, the duties.
Don't make me look stingy.
I'm
not trying
nice
to. Right here.
I'm not trying to, but I happen to agree with Carrie. The duties are one thing, but as I was saying earlier, the expertise in which he has, gained over the last couple months, I think, is invaluable. And I don't think the stipend, covers that sort of learning. And as you said, she's not going to do that all the time, but I'm sure it affects her other duties. Her knowledge, her knowledge in all areas, when she's looking up all this stuff and looking up policies and contacting the solicitor. I mean, I think her knowledge probably exploded over the last couple months with just looking up all these things. And stress, well, for sure. And so, I would probably raise it 1,000, but I think the whole board will decide. Or maybe not, I don't know. Can we give them options, or do we have to go
No, the board.
500?
The board can decide.
And
So we can move it forward. And
you can just
good.
say, you continue to move it forward, and if you want to put a parameter around it that it's evaluated annually, or because remember, whatever you
Right.
decide dies at the end of the contract,
right,
which is basically 3 years.
3
from now.
years.
So you can reevaluate. By law, you do reevaluate it every 4 years. In this case, it'll be 3 years.
Yeah. So would we change
So
that to
I don't know
every year?
I don't know that you need to reevaluate it every year for $1.
Right.
You can decide at the end of the term whether that's extended or not.
So then we don't have to put an amount on it. So
The board can
we're
decide.
fine, right? Carl's the one who always says he's cheating. So we'll throw it to Carl.
Okay, so we want to be able to move it forward to the
Right,
full
I think it's.
board, and we will define a dollar amount then, and also define the amount of evaluation on a annual basis, and then we can let the full board make that decision.
Will be added to the next work session. The last item I have, that's just going to be real quick, is this is our last year of the contract with Chartwells, which is our food service company. We are out of renewals. We got initially a 1-year term with 4 renewals. This is our 4th renewal, so we're out of renewals with them. So by PD and USDA, we have to go out to bid or RFP for new food service. So the timing on that is it's going to be in front of the FPS and full board here over the next several months over the collective documents and approvals and advertising and so forth. So October and November, I get the liberty of creating menus and RFP documents and just kind of reviewing our positions. Like whenever we look at that, we look at the positions we have to create an evaluation committee. It has to be a minimum of 3 people, which I believe we identified as myself, Dr. Mitchell, because it'll be when he is the superintendent, and Jen Dooley, who's my admin assistant in charge of cafeteria. So we'll be the evaluation committee for that RFP.
Thank you.
December timeframe, we'll have to, once I have the RFP documents compiled, it'll go to PDE, to go to advertising in January, to February, March have walkthroughs and have approvals by the board by April, May. So this is going to be several months in the making to be approved, like we normally do in the May timeframe for like a Chartwell's contract. But it'll be it could potentially be Chartwell's again. It could be a brand new company. That's what kind of the RFP process will vet out. So I'll have plenty of documentation and discussion basically from now until May on this stuff. So it's going to be a kind of an injunction with the budget. So based on that. The budget timeline, as always, we're going to jump into capital projects in October, which was talked about. We should get the Act 1 index, and we can have a not to and exceed. The Act 1 index, November will be kind of the audit and AFR timeframe. If everything goes smoothly and it meets the auditor's timeframe to come back and forth with the completion. And then budget timeframe in December, January is internal to go to the board level in February after we've been able to compile it all. So from February through June will be all budget discussions.
Very good.
And then that's any questions?